And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially. One
play, and he hits pay dirt. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete. These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Second and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Packers punter J.K. Scott will send it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Rager, and he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 95 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Vikings at 9 and 6 now. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Cook. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a 2nd time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his 2nd first-quarter touchdown there. Again, it's Cook. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. But that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
Purdy from his own end zone. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Purdy eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get this to the 32. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throwing here, Purdy. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Murray. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This ball complete to Rager. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the give, this is their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now 2nd and 9. Allen off the play fake. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To the air, Allen. And it is caught. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Purdy now to throw. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3. Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off it.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left FnF base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Back to throw, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught with Rashad Bateman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rashad Bateman, 35 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Allen now looks to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
56.
Now Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. This is Smith with a grab. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here. They're starting with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They won't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Purdy. This will be caught by Brown. He's got room to roam. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquise Brown, 32 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Out of the gun, Purdy. Going right back to Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing here, Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Purdy from the gun on third down. Flushed out right. Staying on his feet. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
That'll be caught. Rager with it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Going with a screen for Murray. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Another run for Murray on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Already a pair of third-down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third-down try. Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 43, here's second down and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Purdy now to throw. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 36. Gibbs straight ahead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Purdy. That is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Gabriel Davis, 35 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Allen. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's brought down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Alert! We need 6 on this drive.
Now Allen. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's Allen. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Oh, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Green Bay, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.